Howdy folks, welcome back to Out of Ore. I think this is episode 31, maybe? I did a live stream the other day, and we did a bunch of rebuilding of the main plant, a little decorating. I'm going to continue up some of the decorating, kind of go over everything that's been done in case you missed the live stream, and a few little things I've done off camera. And we're going to wrap up this season, but that doesn't mean there won't be any more Out of Ore. I'm going to give it a little bit of a break, but there will definitely be some more Out of Ore. And what I plan on doing is basically leaving this save the way it is. I may come back to this save at some point, but I want to take maybe all or a big chunk of my money. And next season, we'll be starting over on a different map, but we'll have some starting capital. So this was kind of the venture. We got some starting capital, and that's what we'll start with in the next season. So stay tuned for that. But meanwhile, here on this plant, we've got the oil pump going. That brings out crude oil, which goes over into this oil refinery. And then we're stacking up oil here. I went and sold a bunch of that. Making more money. It's just another way to make money. And I think that might be the only thing running on the grid right now. Let me just double check. Yeah, 265 kilowatts. That's 100 kilowatts. This must be 165. No, that's 55. Yeah, 165. Where's the other 100 kilowatts going? I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I thought that was the only thing I had running. Anyway, I just did a little bit of decorating down here. These are from the Decorative Pack DLC. So if you have that, if you go under Buildings, Decoration, you have all these little things from the Mine Decoration DLC. They're just little handy things to stick around, make things look a little more lived in. So I got some oil barrels, some concrete sacks, and of course, the portaloo. Apparently I'm like 6'6". That's a big dude. But also stuff's not scaled quite right. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's got to be a little bit of a scale problem or something. Cause I'm fairly tall. I'm 6'2", and like squeeze in the door there. It still looks a little small. Say we get a little bit of dirt here. So this is the coal mine from way back in the beginning. That's what's feeding our coal power plant. Let's head up top. And let me get hands free here. So yeah, we've got our coal power plant. We've got plenty of coal in here. It's just sitting there chugging away. Just living life. But as you can see, I've kind of simplified the plant a little bit. And I went through all that on live stream. If you want to see how the whole tear down and rebuild of this, that is available on a live stream. Go check out the live section of the channel. But we didn't need to do a lot of the like stone processing and stuff because we're doing that up at the other mine now. So this basically just does, you know, it's got a coal screen here. Coal screen. So the coal goes over into the coal plant. Anything that's not coal goes on through and gets processed. Let me go over and use my stairs I built. This is a water pump. Water treatment plant basically, and that goes into there. We got a little bit of water. Let's see, I can't remember. Oh yeah, it doesn't pull from the tank. I had this tank set up here and then out, and it won't pull from the tank. So that's why that funny looking T is in there. Anyhow, as you can see, we built some stairs. So after it goes through the coal screen, it comes up this elevator and goes into the trommel. So then dirt and pay dirt come out the back. They go over here through this wash plant, which is hooked up to water. Can I show that? I can by jumping down, apparently. So dirt, pay dirt come in here. The pay dirt gets separated out into the minerals and whatnot. And then the second trommel here separates that out. So the goodies go on over there into that storage. The dirt goes over here and gets sold into the sell point. So kind of a double trommel setup there. And then anything else that might not be coal, dirt, or pay dirt makes its way into the system. This goes over here to this storage right here. So if I happen to pick up some iron ore or something like that. So that's the new kind of compact plant. Kind of working on a little bit of a floor here. I've got my 3 storages set up here now. So I've got kind of manufactured components going here. Got kind of bought and stuff in here. Plus vehicle parts. And then I've got this kind of miscellaneous. Got some asphalt in there. Then this plant's pretty much the same. I did just bring down some stuff. What we got in here? We got some steel beams, some aluminum blooms. Got a bunch of steel sheet. And here's our little miscellaneous bars. So as far as I know, the bug is still in where if you mix stuff in a truck, you lose it. So I've basically been bringing down one bulk thing at a time in the truck, and then the little stuff I just throw in my pockets. I did have a little bit of silicon ore, so we got that smelted out. Grab that. Was my concrete done? Yeah, I was making some concrete here out of the gravel that I brought down from the upper mine, so that is all in there. And my concrete floors are done, so I'll pull those out. Oh good, this got done, so I can sell that. Let's go ahead and toss the sheets in there. And the beams. So we've got plenty of parts. These guys are working away on bolts and nuts. And you were done with your blocks. That one's empty. Yeah, that's pretty well empty. So do I want to keep any of this stuff? I think I do. I'm going to keep the, I'm going to keep that. I'll keep 50 of those down here. I think I may have some up at the other spot as well. Let's just go ahead and sell that. Yeah, there's almost 500,000. This stuff's kind of trivial now that I've got so much money, but we'll go ahead and sell it anyway. So let me know your favorite map. I'm going to check out a map that I haven't done before. I don't know if we'll do Arctic or... I want something where I don't have to dig up all the little plants. I'm tired of digging little plants. Let's see. I was going to do a stairway over here, so let's do that real quick. I'm still doing a little bit of decorating here and there around the plant. Let me grab... We need some stairs and some steel floors. And then I wanted the yellow paint. And we also need some handrails. I think that'll get us done over here. Just wanted a little bit of a more formal kind of way up. And I think I'll do that. Do like that. Just go up like that. It'll just go up like that. We don't really need these necessarily. And then I kind of wanted to just delineate this space a little bit for make it look like it was a little bit of a walking surface. And this power pole's in the way. So maybe we don't need that. I go back and forth. Okay, I don't think we need the stairs. Let's get some handrails. And can I squeeze? Oh, I can't squeeze through there. Okay. I might redo the power then. Yeah, let's redo the power. Doink. Let's make that on an outside block here. 2 in there. Cable back up here. If you go to there. Perfect. And then I think I'm gonna actually move this up too. Making lots of changes. Let's do that. You go to there, and you go to there. There we go. Now we're not like walking through a wire. I like it. All right, let's get this painted safety yellow. Now they have the electrical pole out of the way. Maybe I will put the steel tread down. We can get through here. Excellent. Yeah, I like it. Kind of makes it look a little more substantial. That's something I really enjoy doing in games. It's just, you know, tweaking, customizing, making your own little world. So there is that. Was there anything else I wanted to do? This guy, yeah, that guy is already empty. Yeah, I emptied him out. I kind of want to move that over, but then I think it'll interfere with those sides. When I was building that, I went ahead and painted the steel blocks black. I kind of like that look. So we can put the yellow back there. Let me put these parts back in here. Move that back down. Yeah, so I think we're good here. Let's go take a look around the upper mine. In fact, I may take this truck back up there. I'm kind of done with it. You know, something I didn't do was the audio glitch fix. So if I go to settings, audio, save. That'll reset the sound levels. Someday, maybe they'll fix that. I did put in a bug report for that. Does this have much of an interior? A little bit. Kind of simplified. This truck's a little faster than the rock truck. You see I redid the power here to get over to the loader. Is this too steep, or can I get this onto the loader? It is quite a long truck. Yeah, that'll work. I might use that to load up. The stuff up here is pretty much the same. I did redo the power a little bit. I got rid of all the like solar and wind panels. So this power now comes across from here. It'd probably make more sense to move that over a little bit, but that works. Oh, get stuck in a hole. I do need to put some concrete floors down in the mine. What do I have over here? It's the stuff that probably should move. I do still have the dozer in there. I'm going to sell the dozer. And I think we're done with the white paint, although its price is negligible. I'm going to sell the dozer, get 1.2 million back. So I got that refueled. I did, like I said, I want to put down some flooring in here. So let's go back down into the mine. So this place is basically, yeah, some of the stuff kind of flips out sometimes when it spawns in. I forgot to look and see if my excavator was upside down again. Gets a little goofy sometimes. This mine's basically just set up to work now. We can just, if I need more funds with your company, you can send money to your company, and then in your different saves, you can pull from your company. So, you know, we can be like in different parts of the world, if that makes sense. Like this mine could operate and fund our other, you know, season. So I do like this setup. It's gonna stay around for a while. But as far as out of ore series or seasons, I do want to do something different. And I want to take a little break from out of ore and do some other games. We'll be back because this game continues to just get better and better. There you go. Oh yeah, there's a little iron ore on that side, isn't there? Kind of forgot. I'll tell you what, should I just go ahead and do this? I had that back a little ways just so I could turn around, but I've been busy making concrete parts, so maybe we'll just extend this over. Get some of this rock cleaned up. Come on. Snap to there. There you go. Starting to kind of get my voice back. I was in Chicago for a week working. I did a lot more talking than normal. Plus, we would go out to restaurants at night and yell at each other because it was so loud. So my voice was just about gone for the week, but it's getting back to normal. Yeah. All right, let's run a little material. And I think I'm going to call this quits. And we'll see how it goes. I do plan on starting a new season, but depending on what they come out with next on an update, we might jump back in here like just to test something out. But once we move to a new map, it'll be, you know, renamed. Gonna be season, what, 5? But if we jump back on here to test out some new update, then it will continue. Whoa! It'll be this series. Okay. Physics is fun. Hello? Well, I guess I have to put that back in my... Is there an unflip? Go to inventory. I'm thinking of some other game. Show controls. Yeah, I don't think there is an unflip. You can return it to your inventory if you're not driving it. Hello? Okay. Took me up top. I pushed E to exit the vehicle. Oh, fun. Okay, we'll return that to inventory. And where am I? Here we are. I think it tries to put you out the other side of the vehicle, which was underground, so it just reset me to the top. You used to fall through the map, so that's a fix for that problem. Teleport ship to the top. Let's try this again. Helicopter's gonna lower that right through the roof like a boss. Alright, well, I lost my shovel full of stuff, but that's okay. There's plenty more where that came from. Let's try that again. With less physics weirdness. Hung up on the side here. Probably do need to take out just a little more of that ore so I can get my butt back in there, but it mostly works. And that's usually good enough. Oh, there's the end of the rock. End of the blasted rock anyway. So this works out really well in splitting off the gravel. So I get half of this as gravel, which I can use to make concrete, and then the rest gets turned into ore. Yeah, there's the face of that solid rock. We'll kind of clean up this face, and then we'll call it an episode. Kind of need to knock some of that roof down too, but that's hard to do. Might have to blast it. I was trying to get the fuel truck back in here to refuel this thing, and it was a little tough. Easy there, physics. Calm down, we're all friends here. Just realized I don't have this conveyor on, so it's not pulling anything up top. That's okay. Now if I hit this at the right angle, there we go. I can do that. Nope, don't pull out yet. There you go. I do like the wear on this thing. It's looking great, especially on the bucket. It's nice and shiny on the working surfaces. Perfect. How about buying some pickups to park by the main power points, just so I can teleport around, but I never did get around to that. Turn that off. We got one more concrete floor over here now that this is uncovered. Pop you in. Beauty. I got a little bit of ore over here. This is getting into solid rock, but that's also ore there. Fun. Alright, can I get up top? There we go. This might be a shorter run. Not 100% sure. So I just need to pop these two on. As long as we stay under, is it 4,500? I forget now what the... What's the coal power plant? 4,200 kilowatts. That's the max we can do. Alright, here it comes from down below. Start running through the plant. Could do some walkways up here if I don't have my steel floor on me anymore. Let's see, we're not getting any pay dirt through, so that's why there's nothing here. Not really grabbing any pay dirt down there. Getting plenty out of the froth floater, though. There we go. Little bits and bobs out of the gravel. So pretty happy with how this season went. Had a lot of fun. Did a lot of builds. Learned a lot. Lots of new updates. The beta went live. Just all kinds of good stuff. But that will do it for the main part of this series. Like I said, I might be back with maybe an update video or something on this save. And then at some point in the future, we'll start out Season 5 on another map. Thanks, as always, for watching. And take care. I'll catch you in the next adventure.